So for today's video, what we're going to do is work with some core. Okay, we're going to do this in the chair, do a basic core exercise for everybody. So core, everyone thinks we have to get on the floor and do lots and lots of sit-ups and do lots of core work, but that's somewhere down the road. Our backs might not be strong enough, we might have problems, we might have very weak abdominals. So we may not be able to get on the floor and do a sit-up. So what we're going to do today is just run through some very, very simple core exercises that we can do. It's sitting in the chair. Some will be quite easy, some will be a little bit harder, and then I'll show you a few that might be, again, a little bit harder than that. But the way we're going to do it is explain everything for you so that you can see how to do it. And then you can just pick and choose. Just start off with one exercise. Maybe after a couple of weeks you can add another exercise if you feel up to it. But again, it's all about the baby steps. So the first one that we're going to do is simply what I'm doing right now. We're just going to sit in the chair. The difference is, I'm going to show you the chair when I turn around. Try and use a chair with a straight back if possible. It doesn't really work in a couch. What you're going to do is you're going to sit to the front of the chair, like this, so you can see that there's no support whatsoever. So when I roll my shoulders back, it keeps my spine in neutral, my shoulders are relaxed. Usually within about 5 to 10 seconds, you'll start to feel your back muscles kicking in here, because they're so used to being supported by a chair, they don't have to do anything. Now there's nothing there, the back muscles are actually working to keep you upright. So once you feel the back muscles are starting to work, you can just gently, and I'm just use my hands to show you, just to contract the muscles. We're not doing this really tightly, we're just gently contracting the muscles so you can feel the tummy work. And then we're going to release the tummy. Okay, I'm not going to round forward. The reason why I'm keeping my hands in this position is it keeps my shoulders locked in place and stops me from slumping. So again, I can feel my back muscles working. I'm going to engage my core, I'm going to tighten my tummy muscles a little, and then I'm going to release them completely. So you might do this maybe 4 or 5 times. Again, we'll do one more, squeeze and release. And on the 4th one or the 5th one, roll the shoulders down. Feel what's happening. You might feel that your breath is, you feel like you've done a little bit of work because you're contracting your muscles, so you're using oxygen, and it's a bit of work. So that's why it feels, I haven't really done anything, but you have. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more time. So we're going to roll the shoulders back. So the spine is in neutral, we're away from the back of the chair. My back muscles are starting to kick in already, and I'm gently going to squeeze my tummy, and then I'm going to release. That's one. I'm going to squeeze the tummy again, then I'm going to release. I'm going to squeeze gently and release. Then I'm going to squeeze it one more time. Then I'm going to release and then release. So just come and lean forward. Just let your shoulders relax, let your back muscles relax, and let your tummy muscles just get a nice bit of a breather. And you'll still feel them as if they're contracting. And then we're going to bring it back up to center. So just sitting in this position, away from the chair, shoulders relaxed, will engage your core and engage your back muscles from here. So that's the first one we're going to do. So it's nice and simple, but remember to be in a chair with a straight back. It doesn't work in a couch. The second one we're going to do from here is a sit-up. So instead of getting on the floor and coming all the way up and down, all we're going to simply do is, you can have your hands here or you can put your arms across here. We're just going to lean back and then bring it forward. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit nervous about this, what you can do is move back in towards the chair. So when you sit back, you'll tip the back off the chair. So it means you're not coming back too far to begin with, which is great because it makes you feel safe. Still working the tummy. You can tighten the tummy a little bit as you come up. As you get more experienced, or you get more stronger, or you feel a little bit safer, we can then go a little further, which will work the tummy muscles a little bit more. So it's a basic little sit-up. So find the position that works for you. Have your arms here or here, and we're just going to sit back and come back up. Lean back, engage your tummy muscles as we come up. Last time, come back up and reset. So this one's a little bit harder, so you might only do 3 for this one, or 4. So engage it to suit you. And you can also put these exercises together and make a little routine as well. But I like to teach them individually so that you can start off with one exercise first. That's more than enough to get to know something. Then you can maybe change and do another exercise, and then eventually you can start linking them together so you get a really good workout for the core. But remember, this is all about baby steps, taking our time. So we're going to reset. We're going to place your arms wherever works for you, and we're going to come back. Bring it back up to center. As I come back, you can feel the tummy muscles starting to work and the back muscles. Back to center. I'm keeping my shoulders rolled back. I'm not letting them come forward all the way through this. Bring it back up and reset. So that was nice and simple, a little bit harder, but that's our exercise number 2. Our third one are going to be for the side muscles, the oblique muscles here. And it's really, really simple to do. All we're going to do from here, we can do it this way, is we're just going to reach down to one side, come back up, reset the shoulders, so we don't want them leaning forward, over to the other side. If you look at my feet, what's happening is I'm not allowing them to lift or to go into one leg, because that's what will naturally start to happen. We want to keep the feet firm, so we're working the muscles here and here to hold you in place. We're just working those side muscles in the abdominals and the obliques. Really good exercise. To make it harder, you can add some weights. You could add a little bottle of water, you could add a small little lightweight, or maybe even a can of beans, whatever you have in the house, and just gently reach and come down. You can also use one of your arms. So if we lift one arm, it adds a little bit more weight. So when we go over, there's more weight being pushed to that side. And you also get a lovely stretch along the side of your torso at the same time. So we're working this. So when I put this arm up, I'm stretching this side here, and I'm working the core muscles, the oblique muscles here. But also, because my feet are staying firm, I'm actually working leg muscles and deep muscles into the hip as well. So there's quite a lot of muscles working just by doing this simple exercise. And again, we're looking for maybe, to begin with, maybe 4 to 5 exercises, 4 reps in each. That's enough. And maybe for some of you, you might not be able to do 5. Maybe 2 or possibly even 3 might be your max. That's your max. That's all you do. That's one set. If you're able to do another set, fantastic. But at the beginning, especially coming back from injury, and if you're suffering after treatment where you have your fatigue, you know, it sounds easy to do 2 or 3, but it's not. So this is all done based on what you're capable of and how you're feeling. So 1 to 2 for very beginners if you're feeling fatigued. If not, you can try maybe 3 or 4. Or possibly 5, depending on your fitness level. But don't do any more than that. Just keep it nice and relaxed, nice and easy, so that you can feel what's happening in the body. If we tend to go with 10 to 12, you'll end up rushing them. So the higher the number, you'll try to get them done quicker. So the smaller the number, you'll get them done nice and easy, because it's not taking too much time, and you can actually get more benefit from doing that. So that's the third exercise. So the last one in this sequence, we're going to try and keep it nice and simple, is we're just going to bring the knee to the chest. So I'm just keeping my shoulder where it is. So this is already engaged from here. And then I'm going to bring one knee and squeeze the tummy a little. And I'm going to bring the other knee. So you can have your hands here. I like to have it here just to sort of supports my body, so I'm not swaying or moving. My shoulders are relaxed, as you can see. They're not rolling forward. And my tummy is doing all the work. You don't have to bring your knee all the way in here. Some of you won't even get there. You might only get this far. Doesn't matter. You're just going to what works for you. From in here and down. So I like to alternate. You can do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. I just like to alternate so it gives each leg a rest. So it's nice and simple. Bring it back to the start. When you've done your 4 or 5 in each leg, remember to rest. Take a breath, maybe for 30 seconds or even a minute. Bring it back to center. So to make that a little bit harder, if you want, when you feel up to it, we can bring the elbow in. So we can bring the knee up to the elbow. Now at the beginning that might feel quite a little, so you might want to bend over a little bit to get the knee to the elbow. But don't worry too much about it. The key is to get this up. So if we can get this up first, and then we can rotate. So we're working the side muscles as well as the front core from here. But don't worry too much. Don't try and get the form and try and fight to get the elbow to here, bend over. Let's just try and get the knee in first, and then we can add that in at some stage. Bring it down and relax. And you should be able to feel everything that's happening. So that's a nice simple little routine to start you off on your path to work in your core. For me, the fundamental movement out of all of this is if you can just sit like this in any chair, sit away from the edge, roll your shoulders back. We turn the palms up so that we can keep the shoulders in place. This will automatically kick your core in, automatically. So just stay here and breathe for maybe 30 seconds, a minute. When you get onto it, your core is already being engaged. All of the other exercises that we've done are just working it that little bit more. So hopefully you'll find these exercises helpful. Try and, as I say, try and do one at a time. Try and practice one exercise, then maybe practice another one, and then eventually you'll be able to put them into a sequence. If you wanted to do your core every day, what I would suggest is pick one exercise and change it. Do a different one every day, just to spice it up and get a little bit more of a variety. But for everything that you do and for everybody, do this one first and get used to this, and then you can add in all the variations. So best of luck and enjoy.